Well, it is Sunday, and you know what time it is. It's time for Maximum Libertarian Live right here on Podbean. Welcome, everybody. I'm your host, Brian, as we're going to just discuss a couple little things happening in the world today. So, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button here on Podbean. I want you to go to our other social media sites. On Twitter, we are MaxLib, and you'll be able to see all the articles that I speak about today. And then while you're at it, go over to the video components, and you've got YouTube. We're on Rumble and we're on Odyssey. You can please subscribe to them, click the notification bells or whatever you might do, and that would be a big plus for us. So as you know, the podcast happens every Sunday, and videos we put up on Monday through Thursday. So all right, my friends, let's get to it today. As you can see what I titled this article or this podcast, Elon Musk is in the fight. If many of you don't know, if any of you don't know, the evil Russians have invaded Ukraine. And at this point, Ukraine's giving a good old fight, which I'm glad to see. You know what I'm saying? And, let me just say this. America's got to come to grips with what did we do to maybe help get this to the situation? And we can go into that a little bit deeper later on. But what I wanted to talk about is, like I said, Elon Musk is in the fight. When the president of Ukraine, he reached out and he said to Elon Musk, and I'm reading from his Twitter, while you try to colonize Mars, Russia tried to occupy Ukraine while your rockets successfully land from space. Russia rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations and address saying Russians to stand. Elon Musk replies back to him, Starlink services is now active in Ukraine, more terminals en route. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing this evil billionaire that we get told about all the time. He is now coming into the fight. He's not being a keyboard warrior. He's not just, saying how he would go into the service, but he's old or his back hurts or his knee hurts or, whatever the case might be. He's actually getting into the fight here, and this could be some big things coming, But I find it very interesting that Elon Musk has done this. This is because what you're dealing with is Russia and working with China because they're partnering up, they said. And could that keep Elon Musk out of the Chinese market? I know he's all over the world. It's pretty hard to stop him. But, once you start doing things, as we all know, will gladly take your car, reverse engineer, and then put up knockoffs, and they will sell them at a Tesla dealership that's a knockoff also. And we got to really come to fight with this. I'm a libertarian. I believe free trade, but I really believe more in fair trade. I don't believe that our companies here should be getting screwed over if the country is not going to allow and I'll give you the example of South Korea. You can go into South Korea and try to start up a company. It takes a long time, a lot of paperwork. It's very hard to start. If someone from South Korea wants to come to the United States and set up shop, it's very simple. It's very easy. We just let them come in. So in turn, we should make it that way. I kind of feel like that's how our immigration policy should be. How was Mexico's immigration? Okay, well, you've got to. The only way I could go to Mexico and become a citizen of Mexico would be if I bring a something that's worthwhile for them to for them. So I can't live off the government. That's one of the big things, and I know a lot of immigrants don't live off the government like so many want to pretend that they do. But you can't live off the government. You got to bring something that will benefit the people and the government of Mexico, and in turn I believe our immigration should be set up. So if that's how Mexico has it set, then that's how we are with Mexico. If uh, Somalia is whatever, read their constitution, then we'll set it up like that. So we make it fair. If it's easy for us to come into your country, it will make it easy for you to come into ours. If it's hard to come into your country, it's hard for you to come into ours. I think maybe we could look at that. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but it's a possibility. So, as I was talking about, Elon Musk getting into the fight, and he's got more of these cyber Starlinks coming en route to help the people of Ukraine. Now, what I wanted to say also is this is so much spider webs, and you get entangled into this. But the government that there is now in 2014, the wonderful administration of Barack Obama uh, pretty much did a coup and set this guy who was friendly to the West up. Okay, now back in the 90s, H.W. Bush and Russia and I guess other NATO forces got Ukraine to agree to give up their nuclear weapons, give the nuclear weapons back to Russia, and Russia said they would not invade. The individuals from U.S., the NATO forces, I guess, said that they would protect Ukraine if ever the time arises, like now. So everybody from Republicans to Democrats have got their fingers in this pot. Okay, and also we can look at when you hear the federal government, a state government, a local government say hand over your guns because we want to protect you. Do not do it. You keep your guns. I don't care. Learn how to use them. Get stockpiled and ammo. Just have them there because one day this nonsense will be on your front door. And when you don't have your gun and you're going to come running out of your house with a spork because they're going to take away the forks and the knives, so they're just going to give you one of them spoon forks. That's what you're going to have to protect yourself with. Okay. So as I know, we're talking, and a lot of people on the left always want to bash Elon Musk and Tesla about getting government subsidies. Listen, I'm anti corporate subsidies too. But we've got to, I think we can make an argument to what do we do um, to help benefit society if they need our help. I'm not a big supporter a lot of times where they will, as you've seen during the pandemic, they propped up Walmart, they propped up Amazon, but then the mom and pop shops, they had to close down because this virus was too evil. And so let's go here real quick because I know the left and Bernie Sanders and all these Robert Reich, they want to bash Elon Musk, and because he's wealthy, he's got a lot of. He reminds me a lot of Steve Jobs. He, I don't think everything Steve Jobs ever said I went, wow, that was a terrific idea. But he's a true visionary, and he puts stuff out there, and hey, he's doing a good job. This comes from Clean Technica. And like I said, you can go to Twitter at We Are MaxLib, and you can read all about these articles. It just says, how much does Tesla get in subsidies anyway? And a lot of times I've heard that if subsidies were taken away from Tesla, they would falter. They would go down. Maybe not now, but especially in the beginning. And Elon Musk has said any government, this was on his Twitter, let's see, this was July 24th, 2020. Another government stimulus package is not the best interest of the people, in my opinion. As a reminder, I'm in favor of universal basic income. Goal of government should be to maximize the happiness of people. Giving each person money allows them to decide what meets their needs rather than blunt tool of legislation which creates self-serving special interests. So then Robert Reich, like I said, and Bernie Sanders, two of the most notable critics of Elon Musk first, would actually have the same critique that Elon Musk has. So the whole controversy is based around miscommunication rather than different opinions on policy. However, they have tagged on attacks on Tesla for receiving government subsidies and regulatory credits, which are not subsidies, that again Sanders and Reich surely supported. So if you go down here, it's said that Tesla received 0.4 billion of federal loans and bailout support via the Advanced Technology Vehicles Manufacturing Loan Program. However, that amount was repaid in full with interest almost a decade earlier. The federal loan Tesla received was for 465.5 million and was granted in 2010, the first recovery year after the 2009 financial crisis, and it was paid back May 2013. You can go down here and see another one. He received 2.44 billion across 109 awards, 82 federal grants, tax credits, as well as 27 state and local awards. And if you see, the cat's been paying back his stuff. So it's hard for me to sit here and bellyache and criticize the man. He puts his money where his mouth is and he pays back the money. But if you go down in here, further into the article, people that have been around for years and years and years. Well, Ford, they borrowed $5.937 billion. They've repaid nothing. It says as of today, Ford has a total of at least $33.49 billion in subsidies. They haven't paid back nothing. Nissan, 1.96 paid back nothing. Okay? So there you go, my friends. These are folks that have been there around. They should be paying back. Elon Musk should be the one not paying back because his company's so brand new. So he's in the fight. He's sending Starlink. He's getting internet to the people of Ukraine. He's paying back his subsidized loans. That's pretty cool, man. But let's talk about this real quick. This is February 27th, 2022. It says Nancy Pelosi comes under fire for corrupt and unacceptable stock deals. She purchased 20, let's see, it says she bought 25 call options costing between $500,000 and $1 million, according to the financial disclosure on January 22nd. The option granted the right to buy up to 2,500 Tesla shares at a price of $500 apiece. That option expired March 18th, 2022. And it says Tesla shares were at $640.34 when the call options were purchased. The Pelosi deal is valued at $1.12 million as of Monday. Here's this lady that's a scumbag. She should not be in power. It says Biden campaign website has proclaimed his intention to pay to buy clean vehicles for federal, state, tribal, postal, and local fleets, but it was not until this week that he officially proclaimed his intention to replace the 640,000 vehicle federal fleet with electric vehicles. She bought the stock prior to hearing about this. That's called insider trading. Me or you would be put in jail for it. Oh, what a wonderful woman. What a wonderful woman, I can tell you. So, here you've got corrupt individuals at our leaderships, okay? Nancy Pelosi, and you can go over onto the Republican side too. They're just as corrupt. Let's not play stupid, okay? They are corrupt too. These two groups are fanning the flame of war. They're wanting us to go and fight China, or fight. Well, they want us to. Well, they don't want us to fight China. They want us to fight Russia. You know, they won't. They want to allow China to do whatever because China has bought and paid for most of them. Sadly, we should bring back that tribunal where we can start seeing un-American things. I can't remember who just said it, but I was listening to it, and I'm going to agree with it. This stuff, like it's Eric Schwally, who was over in California. He was having sex with a Chinese spy. He's still on the intelligence committee. How the hell is that possible? Nancy Pelosi, insider trading. She's still the Speaker of the House, and we play stupid to this. Because they flash a light, they say, here's a war. Let's go fight it. We're also in the middle of the tax season. And remember, taxation is extortion. It's not theft, my friends. It's extortion. They put a gun in your face and they say, pay me now. They extort you out of your money so you can't live the life you want to live. And we, the voters, continue to vote for these numbskulls. Insane. So, but that's really what I wanted to go online about. I haven't done a podcast, if you will, in a while, and I just wanted to talk about Elon Musk doing his coming into the fight, and yeah, you know, Nancy Pelosi's scumbag, Joe Biden scumbag, and you know, let's be honest. In the end of the day, the 24. This is just a. This is for the wonderful people out there. If you run 24-hour music and um, 24-hour music. If you run 24-hour news, take an hour, take 2 hours, and really do a deep dive into why Ukraine is the way it is. And you got to expose the bruises and the marks that the United States have done to it. See, that's the problem. When you hear about talking about, look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm the greatest guy in the world financially, unless I had really, but I will tell you that I'm trying to get things back and better. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the greatest physical fitness guy in the world. But I've just started running again. I'm doing my yoga. You know, until we really start looking at the what's caused this. Now let's fix it. It's fixable. None of this is not fixable. Everything's fixable. Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's called dissolving the state. But that's a whole nother story. We'll save it for the next time. How's that? All right, my friends. So as I said, you can follow us on Twitter at WeAreMaxLib. Subscribe to all of our video platforms, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, at Maximum Libertarian. Every week, Sunday, we'll put up a new podcast. And Monday through Thursday, we put up the video on all the video platforms. Help us, support us, tell your friends, like, subscribe, and until next time, my friends, be the person you want to be without the state's involvement.